Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for World Trigger Chapter 129. Okay, now I had a feeling I wanted to stick around with what was going on with Gatlin last week, but like I said, I had a feeling there was a chance we might go back to other things too, and that ends up being exactly what happened. Um, we saw Nina Mia's groups because they're one big group, but they're kind of split into two. Because if you look at the map that Daisuke Ashihara put up there, they're kind of in the same area, but they're jumbled up in like two chunks of like in that same area. So they're one big group, but they're kind of really two, right? So I'll just for simplicity, I'll refer to them as Nina Mia's groups like that. But we were focusing on them for this chapter. Um, they're in a little bit of trouble because Regi is shooting at them using the Trion soldiers, and Yomi is controlling two of the Trion soldiers, giving them that human aspect and making them more difficult to deal with than the regular Trion soldiers that are just being controlled by Regi. Okay, and one of them manages to injure Hisato, all right, Sasamori. And Border realizes that they have to actually just focus on those two and take advantage, but they can't focus entirely on those two because the entire plan that Regi and Yomi are using, they're trying to break up Border's formation, and they themselves realize that. So they realize that they have to stick to their plan, to Nina Mia's plan, really. Stick to the plan, uh, just stay on defense and focus on defending themselves and destroying the Shion soldiers that way. All right, but they can't just leave those other two there. So what they decided to do was try to use their resources as efficiently as they could. They sent Futaba and Ai to handle one of the Trion soldiers that's being controlled by Yumi, and then they sent to Yomi, and they sent Hisato and Suji to handle the other one. But we don't really see the two of them for the rest of the chapter. All we focused just on Futaba and Ai, all right, which I have no problem with because Futaba is awesome and Akitora is awesome, so I had no problem with that, all right. Now Futaba uses her Kogetsu. She has this technique called Skanda, though from what I hear, it's called Idaten as well. I think Skanda might just be a Viz translation. Some other English translations might say Idaten, but I'll just call it Skanda. And at first, it looked like it got blocked, but with the addition of Ai using Spider, and then a few shots to the stomach, Futaba was able to just come in there and cut its head off. And then Amo has his side effect, right? So he can see colors and things like that. And taken out of context, that would be that would sound so weird. He can see colors. Well, of course he can. Um, Anyway, with his side effect, he can tell that Yomi's control has shifted from that fallen soldier to a new one. All right, and Amo is actually able to deduce that it is the same person controlling both of those soldiers. All right, um, and while Amo was figuring that out, Futaba and I ended up going towards that new Trion soldier because he had to actually explain it to people first. So um, he told them where Yomi had gone next, and then they started going there. Then while they were going there, he explained to everybody else what was going on. Right? Yeah. All right. But while that was happening, Yomi created some countermeasures for Futaba because he understood that the speed of her Skanda attack was so fast that the human brain couldn't possibly process that information in those short instances. So he figured that she was planning the course of that attack ahead of time. So and that made it easier for him to block it. And when he blocks it, that messes her path up and it just makes her crash and burn. Which at the speed she was going at, it was like a serious wipeout. So she's like legit injured right now. All right. And Shinoda's people at HQ were freaking out. All right. But Shinoda's saying, you know what, it's okay. We're still good. I don't need to go out there yet. So he might end up going out there at some point, but for now he's not needed. He can just stay in HQ. All right, but that's the situation right now. Um, I'm assuming Ai is going to get a little bit of backup or something, um, but you never know. This chapter was, it's just like any other World Trigger chapter. It's a good solid chapter. World Trigger. I say it every week. World Trigger is consistently good. So yeah, that was this chapter. Next week we're probably gonna go back to Ray and Wen and Yuko probably. That's what it looked like from the end of the chapter from that second to last panel, but yeah, or maybe it was the last panel, second, the last page. All right, there you go. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Um, Not much to review, just mainly a summary. But yeah, I'll give this chapter an 8 out of 10. It was a good chapter as usual, and I'll see you guys next time. Rate, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA. See ya.